Yeah, man, that's for watch. Whoa. Okay, so we're gonna go into another subject right here. Right. Okay, you see this now still, yeah. Alright, that's beautiful, that's nice and big. Okay guys, now this is something which is inspiring me for a special series of The Edge, yeah, still, yeah. And I'm gonna talk you through it and show you how it's inspired me quite cool anyway, still, yeah. So let's let me just make sure, got it. Make sure playback speed. I want it to be a bit more faster. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go. Oh.
In the heart of Rio, it's in this port district that the history of Brazil has its painful origins, which are the field of expertise of Thais Rosa Pinheiro.
Why is this district?
Oh yeah, Buzz, by the way, if you didn't realize, Rio, Brazil is the last place to get rid of slavery, and it's the biggest. It's a place where the biggest African diaspora there is outside of Africa itself.
You're called Little Africa. Do you have any idea? It's a tribute to the presence and influence of the Africans who populated this district and the surrounding port area.
She is a tour guide specialising in Afro-Brazilian culture. Today, she's giving a history lesson to 2 tourists from the Amazon.
Many came from the Congo, Angola, and the whole region.
After the abolition of slavery in 1888, the Minister of Finance ordered the destruction of all documents relating to the slave trade. It took years of...
See, guys, this is the thing is now still. I just want to press pause there still, yeah. To deny, to destroy the records of and this is Brazil's not the only nation to probably have done that, to basically wipe away the evidence. It shows that you're trying to delete something. Now, if you've done business, I know what people are like. They keep their business papers and work and whatever, but they destroyed the evidence of slavery because they knew it was inhumane, out of order, and it become a time where they will get sued. So they destroyed the evidence because they just committed a crime. That's what you do when you commit crime. You destroy the evidence. The evidence was the trade papers, and that's why you won't find. That's why we can't get our roots. We don't know where we come from, because they had to destroy the evidence, because I think they knew that the future version of themselves, seeing this paperwork, would know the madness that they've been up to. Anyway,
investigation to unearth the truth behind the local African heritage.
This is the archaeological site of the Cais Valongo. This is where over 1 million Africans arrived. And for a long time, it was a bus station. For almost a whole century, we didn't know the history of this place.
My grandfather is European, Portuguese, and it's easy to know exactly where he comes from. On my mother's side, we're all of mixed race. We don't know if we're from Africa, if we're indigenous.
And this is what I'm saying, guys. You know what? Still, yeah. You know, when it comes to, and this is why, and I have to speak out. You know, within my circles, within my faith, Christianity, within my community, where I grew up in a white community, is that they don't understand that you already have everything that we haven't in a lot of respects. We're already on a struggle, but when you don't know who you are, people are asking questions. And I get it when I know where my family's from on my Portuguese side and what island they're from. I don't know how far it goes back after Madeira, but I can trace it off my kids and go back to Madeira, where my family from, and obviously from Madeira, I think they even said Porto as well, where my family's from in Portugal. I know that just by people just talking, know where your family are, where your people are. As for my African side, which is majority of me, I haven't got a clue. I tease my Nigerian friends. I say, yo, I got Igbo cheeks. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So we'll find out, man. We'll find out.
Thais decided to go in search of her story. In 2017, she had a DNA test.
Cameroon and Congo 37%, Nigeria 20%. I felt a bit Nigerian, maybe because I come from the state of Bahia in the north, and there's a very strong influence of Nigerian culture there.
A DNA test costs between 80 and €100 in Brazil. Demand has exploded, with an increase of 1,000% in the past 3 years. Meanwhile, 2 researchers from the University of São Paulo have gone to the heart of the Amazon. Kelly Nunes and Julio Andrade have come to a village inhabited mainly by Afro-descendants. They're starting a new project, Brazil's first public DNA database. Around 50 village elders, like Don Marcos, are taking part in the collection.
It was my grandfather who heard this story from his grandfather, that our village festival originated in Morocco.
At 75, his memories, however faded, are as precious as his saliva. Through the study of genetics, Kelly and Julio have also become historians.
We're going to be able to trace the origins of your ancestors, your grandparents, great-grandparents, where they came from in Africa. It's a historical reconstruction. It's not just about identifying where they came from, but when they came, how. And to reconstruct this journey, we need to collect as many memories as possible. That will help us to interpret the results.
Yo, guys, this is crazy for me, man. This is emotional. Just looking at that people actually buying into understanding where they come from and passing on the stories from Africa, and it shows you how rooted the African culture was kept within Brazil, especially in the village areas, because a lot of them got left. The cities all escaped into the jungle itself. And it's just, how we kept our culture. And I think that I know our culture's been demonized. So and it's just crazy just to keep certain festivals. Oh, it's a demonic, it's voodoo, it's this, that. Yeah, I get it. But just I think it's really cool, man. I think it's really cool just being able to people to just take an interested a bit more widely than 2-3 people doing it.
Back in São Paulo, Kelly Nunes and her team will analyse the saliva samples in this university laboratory over the course of the next few months.
All the samples have numbers and are completely anonymous. No names are written on them.
It's this machine that will then separate the genome in the saliva. Human DNA is made up of 3 billion letters. The researchers will analyse just 6 million of them, enough to be able to compare with other DNA banks around the world and identify similarities with other regions.
Now we're going to interpret the DNA letters that are translated using this program. So we can see from the fluorescent colours that certain individuals have identical letters and therefore this common gene.
The aim is to enrich Brazilian history, but not only that.
Certain diseases are more prevalent in certain regions of the world than in others, and understanding how they manifest themselves in people who are descendant from these regions helps us to understand why and how Brazilians also develop these diseases. This is very important for scientific research.
It is a scientific and historical quest with lots of room to grow. This is Macapá, capital of Amapá, a small state in northern Brazil. International Africa Day is being celebrated. To mark the occasion, Kelly Nunes has come to train local nurses in DNA testing. For several days, they will be crisscrossing the region to collect DNA from 500 residents aged over 70, all of whom are of African descent.
I want to know where I come from before the Almighty calls me back.
Come on now, man.
There's a family here, for example, that has been called the Congo family for generations, because the father always said that they were descended from the Congo. But his parents are already dead, and there are many stories like that. For example, my name is Almeida. The research we've done shows that we come from Uida, but we have no idea if that's true.
And you know what, guys? What really crazy for me, African people, sometimes I have 2 sorts of African people. They're almost like, what you guys doing this for? You know what I'm saying? What you trying to prove? You know what I'm saying? And I don't think we realize, being a diaspora, especially diaspora, which is through slavery, you just don't know who you are, and the importance of knowing who you are helps you move in life. Go to guys in front, I say, oh, yo, you know who you are a child of God, and did it. Yeah. But listen, guys, I would love to know who I am and where I'm from. Yeah, I'm saying so. My multiple areas, but you know how it goes.
Ouidah is a former slave port in Benin. A delegation from that country has been invited to the event. The mayor of Ouidah has no doubt that there is a connection. The results of the Brazil DNA project could strengthen ties between the two countries.
We can say with a great deal of certainty now that we have relatives here. We'll know in the next few days, and we're going to confirm this by giving them Beninese nationality.
As the president of Benin confirmed during a recent official visit, any Brazilian who can provide DNA proof will be able to obtain Beninese nationality, further strengthening partnerships with Africa, known here as the mother continent.
So guys, so just put it out there. If I find out that I'm Nigerian, when I get a Nigerian passport, we're doing that. Would you guys do that for me? But listen up, man. That's really interesting, and it's important for us to know our history. And I think that we want to be. I'm going to go through that process of myself this year with some of my team members, and we're going to break it down and go through a journey of how positive it can be. It could be negative at the same time, but we'll give it a go still, guys. We'll give it a go anyway. So yeah, but this is Roger and the Phoenix Extra, celebrating gospel music of Black origin. This is how we do it. And check out this track called 180 Intellect. It should be kicking in.
Hi, and thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, you like, and you comment, and make sure that you're sharing the videos and watching so much more. We have loads of content for you. I hope you enjoy. See you soon.